Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Stadium Brats. I am Pierce Courchaine's best friend, Chase Kennecke, and with me is my good friend, Pierce Courchaine. Pierce, welcome back.
Thanks for having me back. I don't know how many episodes you've done since I did the one with you, but I bet they're all bad, and the other one that I did was good.
Damn. I believe this is episode 12. I could be wrong on that. I could look that up, but I'm not going to, because that would take time, and I don't want to do that. Let's jump into the stadium.
Yeah.
Pierce, a monumental thing has happened since the last time you were on the show, and it's I beat Pokemon Stadium. Or, I'm sorry, I beat the stadium of Pokemon Stadium.
Did you see credits?
No.
Then
But I did get this sweet Dodrio Game Boy Tower, though.
That's pretty cool, actually.
So now I could go in here and I could play my copy of Red or Blue or Yellow at 3 times speed.
No way. I didn't realize that was in this game.
It is, but I'm also on the Nintendo Switch, so I have no way of putting a Game Boy cartridge into this game, and therefore this was pointless. But it is a very pretty gold Game Boy.
You think they would do something about that? You know, by re-releasing this on the Switch, why wouldn't you just...
Nintendo is absolutely going to find a way to sell you Red,
here
Blue,
it is,
Yellow.
Yeah. $19.99.
Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen someday. But for now, hey, it's a fun feature. I also found out, I think this might have been a couple weeks ago, that using the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller is great for this, except for in this one minigame with Ekans, because it doesn't register the sticks in the same way that it did on the Nintendo 64. So doing this kind of ring toss game, no matter how gently you try to press on the right thumbstick here, you're always just going to get the max power throw, and it's terrible. So I found some flaws in this game. But we've also had a lot of fun. We've done a lot of strategy, just for proof sake, so everybody can see. Look at all these trophies.
Wow. Look at the glitter.
So nice. So now that we're done with the stadium part, there is one final thing to do, and that is the Gym Leader Castle. I don't remember what the Gym Leader Castle entails. We go in and we see 8 gyms. I have heard that Mewtwo is like a final boss at this, but I don't know if this is just 8 fights and then Mewtwo, or if this is individual gyms. So we're going to see when we go in here. How's that sound to you?
That sounds great. Chase, did you know Mewtwo, not a gym leader?
I did know that.
Okay. I want to make sure the audience knows that, too.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So he's just ruling over these actual humans in this castle?
Well, if you want to get technical, you said he and Mewtwo is genderless. So,
sorry.
You know.
They, them.
You're not an ally. Let's jump in and let's see what happens. So, Pewter, Jim,
exposed.
Brock. You remember Brock? Okay, look at that. Okay. So this is 4 battles.
Okay.
That seems fine. That seems just
right.
fine.
But this is just the first.
This is the first gym.
Yeah,
so I don't know if all of them are 4, but let's assume they all are 4. So maybe I can do 1 episode per, maybe even 2, depending on how fast these battles go. So rental Pokemon, as we do here. I have a feeling that this isn't going to be that tough. It is just Brock. But it looked like there was like a bug trainer in there too.
Bug boy, lad.
So I don't know if I don't know if we can just go full water and grass team and call it a day. I feel like they might have some sneaky things in here. So, with that in mind, let's go back to what we did a long time ago. And Pierce, just tell me some of your favorite Pokemon from the original 151.
Yeah, I think. We have everyone. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought we were restricted to that one screen. So,
I don't think we have. Yeah, okay. What your favorite of the 149?
Okay. So we have. Let's do like a fire Pokemon for the bug.
Yeah, we could do that. You have any fires you like? Flareon, Magmar, Moltres, Charizard.
Moltres. Let's do Rapidash.
Rapidash? All right. I don't think I've used Rapidash here.
Sweet.
That's a really terrible moveset.
Too bad. I get to pick.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm the guest.
Uh-huh.
I get the red controller.
Yeah.
First.
For the first pick of the Rock-type gym, you pick a Rapidash. Smart.
No. We have to fight Bug also, and Lad and Junior are gonna have some grass type.
Who else you like?
All right, now that we have, let's focus on Brock here. Let's do Vaporeon.
Okay, I like Vaporeon. I don't know if Vaporeon's got a very good moveset.
Doesn't matter. I'm the guest.
I know. I'm just seeing. Okay, Surf, Aurora Beam, Acid Arc. That's a great moveset. I'm happy with Vaporeon there.
And then what's Pinsir got? Isn't he a grass type in Gen 1?
Nope, just a bug, and he has no bug type moves.
Guillotine is the coolest fucking sounding move. Oh, can you
it is, but he's not fast enough to get the one-hit KO move to work most times.
All right.
He does have Slash, which is pretty good. Okay, thank God.
Let's scroll up a little bit. I need a little refreshing.
Sure.
The memory. Yeah, there's a lot of... I always liked the Bellsprout family.
Okay. I don't think I've used one of the Bellsprout family here. Mega Drain, Acid Toxic, that's not bad. Razor Leaf is pretty guaranteed crit. Weeping Bell or Victory Bell? Take your pick.
Victory Bell. Sorry.
Okay.
Bell.
It's fine.
We need one more.
Why don't I give you one more, and I'll take the last two.
I guess, yeah, the Poliwrath would be cool.
Okay. He also has Surf. Pretty solid. That'll work. If Primeape has a good moveset, I doubt he does. Yeah, that's a terrible moveset. I like Primeape, but that's just bad. Yeah, let's get ourselves a ground type. I like that. Something speedy. That can also be good against rocks. And then, I don't know, we've got a couple water Pokemon already. Why don't we just do the safe pick and pick a Psychic type just to have one?
I guess.
I don't like Hypno. Drowsy's okay. Mr. Mime. There you go.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
The safe pick, Mr. Mime.
The safe pick, Mr. Mime. All right. Let's get into it. Let's see what we got. Yeah, hey, a bug team. So this Rapidash might have come in handy.
I'm a Pokemon master. I don't know if you know this about me.
I did actually know that about you. So we'll go with Rapidash, and then I think Dugtrio with a rock move is pretty good, and the Dig's going to work on everything as well. Not the Butterfree, but everything else. And then Mr. Mime with the Psychic on the poison is going to be
Look at this infant we're fighting who put Y at the end of all of his Pokemon's names.
Yeah. When you played Pokemon, did you ever nickname your Pokemon, or did you just go with the names they had?
I went with the names that they had until I did a Nuzlocke run. And then that was like one of the sort of requirements of Nuzlocke.
Yeah. Is that how you pronounce that?
I think so. Nuzlocke? I don't like the way the Nuzlocke sounds.
Okay. I do think it is Nuz, but
I like News. That's
Really? Yeah.
There's something more elevated about.
Big CNN fan.
I'm not a big fan of the 24-hour news cycle, no. I like journalists. I like the sound of news rather than nuzz. Nuzz makes it sound like you're nuzzling something. And a Nuzlocke run is supposed to be brutal.
Yeah, like you're locked into the news. That does sound pretty brutal. I would not like that.
Listen, this is what's the cliche, like, don't make fun of someone how they pronounce a word because that means they've only ever read it. That's like Nuzlocke or Nuzlocke.
I guess I can see that.
That's really a quote about elitism and not, dunking on people who are trying out a new vocabulary for the first time.
I mean, as a person who writes professionally, I almost said professional writer, but that sounds a little too...
Yeah, you framed it the right way. Yeah.
Yes. I've had to deal with that sometimes, where you write the word a bunch, and it's like, yeah, well, obviously I know this word. I've been writing it my entire life, and then you say it out loud, and somebody goes, that's not how that goes.
There are a few things more embarrassing than mispronouncing something and someone correcting you.
Yeah.
I just go out back and I start digging that grave for myself.
And I know that I do that to my friends too often, and I should stop doing that. But also, it's the same kind of thing as like the if you got something in your teeth, do you want somebody to tell you?
100%. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
No. It's deeply uncomfortable to be corrected, but you want someone to do that.
I would rather be wrong in front of you than wrong in front of somebody who's important.
Of course, yes.
So I would rather you catch it and fix it for me.
Yes, you'd rather be wrong in front of someone where there are 0 stakes rather than be right.
Now, to be fair, this is a huge YouTube channel with thousands and thousands of views. So,
yeah, tens.
In that case, you are
12.
really getting roasted. Just like this Metapod.
What do you mean? I pronounced Newslock the correct way. So this is like the GIF argument.
I don't think it is.
Nuz.
I don't think it is. And you know how I know is because Nuzlocke comes from Nuzleaf, which is a Gen 3 Pokemon, which is
Newsleaf.
No. That's not. It's not pronounced Newsleaf.
What now?
Is in the original Nuzlocke run, was Newsleaf like the one that like carried him?
There's a web comic that I think one is bad. I think the initial web comic is fine, but I think
wow, dude, content creator beef with this web comic.
I don't even remember who made it. I just feel like it kind of got a little milkshake ducked at one point where you're like, maybe don't read the rest of the webcomic, but the one comic that inspired the Nuzlocke, yes, was using that Nuzleaf, and that is where it came from. I could be wrong about the milkshake duck thing, but
listen, we're talking about Pokemon here.
It's true.
Is this a shiny Kakuna?
No, I don't believe so. So all the Pokemon from the opposite side seem to have a slight color palette shift, but they are not shinies as such.
Okay.
I feel like some of them have been the shiny color palette. I know we fought against a Nidoqueen that had the Nidoking color scheme, which is the shiny. But I think for most of these, it's just a slightly off color thing. So if you had a mirror match, you would still kind of know which one is yours versus the opponent's.
I think it's so funny that there's this Ring of Fire and that Kakuna runs back into it after being knocked back.
Yes, not the smartest thing.
This is not very effective, apparently.
I mean, it is. It's just Fire Spin being a trapping move. It doesn't do a lot of damage,
right.
But you get locked into it for 5 turns, and also the opponent's not doing anything during those turns, so it works. It's a little less fucked up in Stadium because you can switch out of it. I don't think you can switch out of it in Red, Blue, and Yellow.
I feel like it goes faster in Red, Blue, Yellow.
Yeah, it certainly
There's
does.
the animation of Rapidash rearing.
Yeah. But yeah, in Gen 1, that is, moves like Fire Spin, moves like Wrap, moves like Bind. They can be slow, painful, but consistent deaths. If you have a Pokemon that's faster, because then once the chain of Wrap is over, then you get the next turn, and if you hit with Wrap, then you continue the chain on again. It's similar with Sleep. If you put a Pokemon to sleep, they wake up. In Gen 1, they don't get to move, they don't get to act when they wake up like they do in later generations. So what happens is that you can put somebody to sleep, it wakes up, and that's its turn, and then you put it to sleep again the next turn, and it's rude. Don't do that to people. It's fucked up. Which is also one of the reasons they have a sleep clause that they've added to Pokemon Stadium, where only one Pokemon on a team can be asleep at any one time.
Okay.
So you can't just put all their Pokemon to sleep. In the interest, even though this is a team that Rapidash could also crush, I think we'll start with Mr. Mime as the Psychic on Poison.
Sure.
Do just fine. We'll take Doug Trio, and we'll still take Rapidash, but I just think in the interest of wanting to see some others, we'll try something else.
I think it's hilarious that Rapidash is like a Lisa Frank drawing come to life, which is awesome. Rapidash is such a badass Pokemon. A unicorn that has flames for a mane and tail.
Have you seen the Alolan Rapidash?
Probably a while ago, but
it's part Psychic type, or it might just be Psychic type, and it's even more Lisa Frank.
Oh yeah, that is very Lisa Frank. You're right. Yeah. It's a My Little Pony vibes also.
Pretty much.
But on the flip side, we have Mr. Mime, who is like a Guillermo del Toro nightmare creature come to life.
I love Mr. Mime.
No one loves Mr. Mime.
Only people
I really
ironically
love Mr. Mime.
Yeah, that could be true. You kind of feel bad for all the other Psychic types here, because really it's the Abraline and Mewtwo, and no one else matters. Mew, I guess, but
sure.
Nobody gives a shit about Hypno. I like Hypno, but nobody cares about Hypno. Nobody cares about Mr. Mime. Nobody cares about Jinx. They probably shouldn't care about Jinx, but
that's something I like that the card, the TCG has done well with their sets over time is, like every 3 or 4 sets they have a big Charizard chase, but they try to give different Pokemon like the secret rares, or I actually don't know how like the difference between all the secret rares and ultra rares and all that kind of stuff, but they try to give different Pokemon their time in the sun.
It does kind of give them a new lease on life. I remember in the base set, because that's where I was playing the Pokemon card game. One of the best cards at that point was Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan, a Pokemon that's not particularly good in Gen 1. Like, yeah, it's cool that it gets the elemental punches, but those are all special attacks in Gen 1, right. And Hitmonchan's special is god-awful, so you can't really do anything with that stuff. And he also didn't have a very good fighting move that he could use either, so it's kind of a waste of a Pokemon. And then here's the card game where it goes, oh no, it's got like one of the easiest turn 1 wins possible. It's the whole it's the whole basis of a type of deck in Gen 1, and it crushes. It just crushes.
I feel like that was a little bit more of them not really knowing how to make a game.
Could be.
And these cards being intended to selling to children.
Yeah. We're taking Poliwrath, Vaporeon, and Victreebel on this one. This is pretty easy. Vaporeon should beat everything with no sweat.
So this is kind of how your whole playthrough's been going? Just one-shotting everything?
No.
What are the close calls here?
So when you get up into the Master Ball difficulty of both the Poke Cup and the Prime Cup, those took some real strategy.
Okay.
The Pika Cup also was weirdly difficult. There was a couple where I lost and had to say, okay, I will come back to this in the next episode, because damn, this took me like an hour and a half, and I got bodied by the second to last trainer. Oof. And I guess that's it. The second to last trainer, I believe, in the Prime Cup Master Ball had all 3 legendary birds.
Okay.
And he's just like, hey, get fucked. Oh, thanks. Fortunately, he had just a whole bird team, so his other birds were Fearow and Pidgeot, and I can't remember what the last one was, but so you're like, man, I hope you don't bring the birds. And I think the one I beat him on, he only brought Articuno. It was like Articuno, Fearow, and Pidgeot. And I was like, okay, I can handle this.
Is it completely random of the 6 that they have available?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, because I definitely did refight some people, and they would bring out new teams. There was one, I think I was here with Bobby at the time. Maybe I was here with Johnny. But I was facing an Arcanine that had Dig that was so goddamn strong, and I didn't bring a Pokemon that could really deal with it all that well, and I had a number of continues, and I thought, okay, I think I'm okay, and then it would just find a way to crush me. But I would come into the next fight and I go, well, he's probably not going to use that Arcanine as his lead again, so I'll bring something else. And then he did bring the Arcanine. God, Okay, fine. So on this one, I am gonna make the perfect team for the Arcanine, and then he didn't bring the Arcanine. Come on, man! Trying to do something over here. All right. This is Brock. He's got his trademark Onyx. If you've watched the anime, he's got a Vulpix, so he does have a little interesting coverage on his team. He's got both fossils here, so have a little bit of water coverage here too. So this should be a fun fight. I think. I mean, I Vaporeon, Victreebel, Dugtrio, Poliwrath. 3 of those are probably what we want.
Yeah. Let's do Poliwrath, Dugtrio, and Victreebel.
Okay. I think that should be fine.
I want to challenge you a little bit. I also want to see all the Pokemon.
Yeah, that's fair. We haven't seen the other ones. Maybe I'll try to do some switching here because I don't think Brock's going to be much of an issue. Leads with the Onyx.
Logo. Just kind of realized that.
Yeah, that's where they got it.
That's where they got it. They stole it from Poliwrath. It's thinking.
Uh-oh. If it hits that bind.
What is that? Is String Shot?
Yeah. This is bind, but String
bind.
Shot I think is like a yellow one.
Same animation.
It's the same animation. Yeah, it absolutely is.
What?
So we are going to be stuck in this. So what we're going to do is switch out to Victreebel, I think. So we'll break the bind now.
Enough.
Which is
come back.
Which is better than what would happen in Red, Blue, and Yellow. I think you are stuck in that if you don't break it. Like I don't think you get the option to break it in Gen 1. He's gonna try it again, and he gets it here. I think this is only an 85 accuracy move, so this shouldn't keep happening to us. I feel a little bit better with Victreebel out here. I don't know why this Onyx is faster than us. Onyx, not a fast Pokemon. Also, he's
literally rock.
He's switching out, so he did bring that Vulpix.
Oh, okay. The AI
All
here
right.
is
yeah, a lot of cat
strap.
and mouse going on here. I guess. You know what? Let's go with
chestnut checkers to Brock.
Yeah. So we'll try Dugtrio, mostly just to get everybody out.
Get some fresh air.
Release
them from their spherical prison.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We should be faster than this Vulpix, though, so we'll go for a dig, and we'll see what happens. I don't think he had anything that flew, right?
Quick attack is quicker.
Yeah. Priority move. Tough to beat that. But yeah, he doesn't have his Zubat like he does in the anime, so I guess he doesn't have a flyer to switch out.
Thank God for that.
All right, one down.
Wrecked.
I think we've broken through. We might have this. Pierce, what's the last Pokemon game you played? You remember?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Legends Arceus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
I did. Yeah. I thought some of those environments were pretty bland, but I liked what they were doing. As is the case with all Pokemon games, there's way too much talking.
Yeah.
But I really liked it, yeah. I liked the open world as a concept for Pokemon games. Yeah, there were
I didn't like
interesting choices in what was in that game also.
Yeah, I didn't like the battling too much. I didn't like the, choosing power or speed versions of moves. I kind of wish it was more of the standard Pokemon style fights. But I did really like navigating the world and a focus more on catching and stealth as you try to catch. That was an interesting idea. I would like to see them go back to that and explore it some more.
I liked that there was a narrative reason baked in with catching all this. Like the whole Professor Oak thing doesn't really hold a ton of water, and that it's like this really developed society, and they've been living alongside Pokemon for a long time, and yet they don't know anything about them. Because Legends Arceus is a prequel, and so it made a little bit more sense to me, at least in my own headcanon, that okay, these people don't know that much about Pokemon, and you need to help them.
Yeah, I get that. And you're the only one who can help them because you're the only one who's been tossed through time.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that part, that's where you need to continue to suspend disbelief.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't think there's much we can do here except take this bind and wait for it to be over.
That's
and hope
fine.
he misses one of these.
We can vamp.
Yeah,
I did
absolutely.
take my Pokemon Blue which is my childhood Pokemon Blue. I took that to a local game store to get the battery replaced.
Oh, nice.
Which I didn't know. I don't know if you know this, that they could just back up your save data now.
So, I know that because I have an analog pocket, and
Okay.
I did just that with that, where I was able to put my copy of Red that has my 151 and the certificate, whatever the fuck, and I was able to go in and save that state, or save that as like a memory on the analog pocket. So now there's even ways of putting that back onto the cartridge. So I do have that way now. I could go get the battery switched out and then put my cartridge back in and save that memory back to it.
Yeah,
I guess I knew there were other ways of doing it before, but I just hadn't done it because I'm lazy.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, they were showing me it, and it's for everyone. It's not just for game stores, but it's just basically like a little cartridge thing you plug in your computer, USB.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
The future, man. This is more impressive to me than I guess it is to you. That and then
it's very cool. I mean, that's also the way people would dump ROMs.
Sure.
Is hey, this is getting my information off the cartridge, getting it onto a computer. So if you have your emulator, you can play your legal ROMs on that because you dumped them yourself. Those are things that you own.
Mm-hmm.
You can share them with your friends, and then that's illegal. But as long as you don't share it with your friends, totally legal to make your own ROM.
Because that's the spirit of Pokemon.
Yeah, absolutely. It's trading and sharing. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah.
Oh my God! This thing has to misbind one time and it's
this
dead.
This is ridiculous. This is not.
Why is this happening? Why is Onyx fast? What the fuck?
This is why Pokemon is a bad game.
This is why that.
Because there's a lot of delaying the inevitable in Pokemon.
Yeah, at least with Gen 1, it's like some of the things they didn't quite think through.
I love Pokemon. However,
absolutely,
some of these games are
and I love Gen 1.
Yes, I love Gen 1 even the most.
Yes, I mean we are Gen 1ers in that way. It's nostalgia. We're also not bothered by all the bullshit
in our early to mid 30s.
Yeah, it hit us at the right time.
This is kind of ridiculous.
This is very ridiculous.
Going back to the used game store thing, though, they were also talking to me about replacing my screen on my Game Boy Pocket with a backlit screen.
It missed. Pierce, we're free. We're free. Backlit screens.
Do you so here's my thing, and I think I care about this more than you care about this. Does it compromise the purity of your gaming experience by playing on a backlit screen?
I don't know. I have original Game Boys and I haven't touched them because I've also just bought devices that do it the other way. So, I have ways of playing games backlit. The Analog Pocket works. I have a Game Boy Advance SP that works.
The SP would be the. Apparently, my brother has that at his house, and he's going to send it back to me. But I have yet to receive a tracking number from that. I don't know how he got his hands on it either.
If you're a real sicko like me, you buy the Japanese-only Game Boy Light.
No, I'm not a real sicko like you. You could just stop
you're
there.
not. But it is beautiful. It's it takes the pea green of the original Game Boy and it turns it into like a mouthwash green blue color.
Okay.
But it is backlit, so
that's all that matters. Yeah,
that's an option. Pierce, how do you feel? We've been going on. How long have we been going on? 30 minutes. Do you want to go? You want to go for Misty as well?
Yeah, let's do one more.
All right. Let's deal with Misty then. Fisher, Swimmer, Misty. That junior trainer seems like the only one who might have something that's not water.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty confident here. We'll go back to rentals. I think I am going to say, and maybe this will be a fun little challenge. I'm not going to use any Pokemon. Well, I don't. Maybe I don't want to commit to that. But I would like to try to not use any Pokemon that I've used previously as I go through this gym challenge.
So
wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
All right, we're burning our Jolteon early.
Yeah.
But that makes sense.
I'm not going to be here for the next episode, so.
Oh yeah, you don't care. Jolteon. Thunder's not great.
Thunder sucks, yeah.
But, you said it, so we're taking it.
I did say it. I regret it.
What else you feeling?
Well, I was going to say Electabuzz, but...
Just
burn both of them.
Kill me? You want to kill me? It does have Thunder Punch. That's a more consistent move.
Let's take Electabuzz instead of Jolteon. I'm
okay.
Back up on
that. I suppose so.
All right, well, there was the junior... And then, what does Misty have?
A Fisher, a Swimmer, and Misty.
Yeah, what does Misty have that's not?
I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything she had in the anime that was different. I mean, she had a Togepi, but Togepi's not.
That's right.
So Psyduck, Horsey, Staryu, Starmie.
What else are they weak to in Gen 1? Other
Grass.
Than grass. Oh yeah, that's right. What am I saying?
Take a Gloom. Yeah, let's take a Gloom.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do this added challenge, then theoretically you should actually take a Pokemon that you don't want to use, but you want to use up a slot.
But we'll be fine. I might throw this challenge away at some point. You want Persian? Persian. Okay, this actually
Persian has Thunderbolts.
Persian does have Thunderbolt. We'll take Persian. Okay. If that Persian had Slash, I would say you're fucking me for the end game because that's what you want. Because those are guaranteed crits there. But yeah, we're fine.
What about something weird?
Yeah.
We actually have a weird team already, but I'm not picking him.
Muck's got Thunder. Muck's have Mega Drain. Shit.
Damn.
We're taking Muck.
Muck's kind of sick.
What else? What else do you like?
What about Farfetch'd?
I love Farfetch'd. One of my favorite Pokemon.
High attack, right?
Yeah, and it's also got Sword Stance. Is it further down? I thought it was.
There it is.
It's got Slash. It's got Toxic and Fly. That's That's a really good set. I like that Farfetch'd. That's a good Farfetch'd. And then one more. What do you think?
Sure.
Bad on Execute. Executor's a little.
What does Lickitung have?
No. It has an Earthquake, but mostly crap.
Yeah.
Lickitung is such a bad Pokemon
in
Gen 1. I mean, it's a bad Pokemon generally, but it's a real bad Pokemon in Gen 1. We were talking about Hitmonchan. You want to take Hitmonchan?
Yeah, sure.
It's also got Thunder Punch, It's not worthless. So depending on what that junior trainer has, we might be just fine, or we might be totally screwed. Who knows?
I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think Electabuzz will murder all of these people.
Yeah, and the other ones don't have a ton of weaknesses, right? Persian, Farfetch'd.
Yeah, not to anything that they're going to do to us. So let's go ahead and take Muck, and let's take Persian.
Here's the first opponent of this gym series. A decisive victory is expected.
What? Coolish?
Yeah.
Cool-ish.
Ish. Yeah. He's not all that cool, but it's cool-ish.
Oh, Thunder Punch!
Well,
he's now
deadish.
Deadish. Yes. Thank you. I wanted to make sure. I wanted to see 0 before I said deadish. Super effective and crit. I felt okay about it, but Tentacool also has pretty good special. So I wasn't 100% sure. Lots of jokes you can make about that. We will not be making on this episode. Oh boy.
Is this gonna do it? Yeah. Okay.
I think we're kind of in the clear.
Enough. Come back. That Fisher is so disappointed. Just disgusting display of fuel.
Well,
Oh, here we go.
He's obviously disappointed.
This is
If
the
this is
waving
what
the
he's
white
got.
flag here.
He's like, what do you
put
wanna
in the
do?
bench.
Yeah, I guess we'll just use Thunder Punch and end this charade.
Is it charade or charade?
Yes, that was being shitty.
The whole charade of the Nuzlocke run makes me think of the charade of the Nuzlocke run that I had.
No, you can't do that. You can't say one of them right and one of them wrong.
I will break you before the end of this.
Damn. All right. This is a somewhat balanced team.
Yeah. Pid. With these names, who came up with these?
Hey, you gotta. There's so
Jesus.
many trainers in here. You had to come up with some bullshit.
They had some like localizer, and they're like, I don't know. We need to get this out the door. Just and it's like 1 a.m. in the Nintendo of America offices. And this person's just hammering away at their computer. All right, whatever.
All right. The Kadabra is a little scary. I feel okay about the rest of it. I think we're gonna lead Hitmonchan, which would not be good against that Kadabra, but I think having Ice Punch against Diglett and Pidgey is pretty good, and then Thunder Punch against the Seadra is all right.
All right. What about Persian for Slash?
Yeah, I think it doesn't have
Slash. Yeah,
but it has
looking at that
double
had
edge.
Slash?
That'll do just fine against Kadabra.
Okay.
Does it do well enough that I feel confident taking Muck or Gloom and having a second Pokemon that would be weak to Kadabra if they brought it out?
Hard to say.
Yeah, let's go with the Muck. Let's see. I think we'll be okay.
How will the gym's second opponent conduct battle? We'll need a strong effort to win.
All right, that's a good start. I don't think we'll one-hit KO this, but
Even with Thunder Punch?
no, because again, Hitmonchan's special is so bad,
The smoke screen went up.
and now we might not even hit it.
Yeah.
Oh, Thunder Punch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
that's it.
We could just switch out immediately. Just go
Could,
to
yeah. Might as well.
go to Muck or to Persian. Let's go to Muck.
Now, here's a Pokemon chain.
Pierce, did you know Hitmonchan is inspired by Jackie Chan?
Yep.
Yeah. And Hitmonlee is inspired by...
We run out of things to talk about.
And Hitmontop is...
What's Muck inspired by,
not.
Chase?
Well, there's an English word called muck, M-U-C-K. That is like a sludgy garbage kind of slang term, and that's where muck comes from.
Oh, that's good. I thought it was like a red rum scenario here.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Man,
I want to get
that
this video
actually-
delisted.
Thanks. I don't feel great. I don't feel great about this.
I mean, this was the hiccup on the road here, or that's not. That's mixing metaphors.
We might be okay because now I can just keep Mega Training, and so I can outlast this.
Actually, I was looking away from the screen when I felt this. There you go.
Neither one is conceding an ace.
So we should be fine.
What do you think the internal organ structure of Muck is? It's just all kind of floating around there. Do you think they're?
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah, can't beat a crit. Yeah, you think? I mean, it's got to have like some kind of brain in there, right? So there's got to be some
Sort of
something
skeleton.
solid.
Yeah.
Can't just all be amorphous shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
commands are issued.
I don't know.
Oh, it's Persian. It has to make up for lost
Yeah, it's an environmental message, though, Pierce. It's
Oh,
that, humans.
this is like Godzilla.
Yeah, humans, fucked up the world so much that, it became sentient
Wonderful.
of
It's
garbage.
doubly effective. Oh,
Yeah, no one really has like a Muck as a pet.
now. With
Is that Team Rocket?
So in the anime, Ash catches a muck and doesn't use it on his team, but he sends it back to Professor Oak. And then the muck is very friendly with Professor Oak whenever Ash gives him a call. And he'll just like glomp onto Professor Oak
that's sweet.
While he's in the call. All right, they did have that Kadabra,
There it
but
is.
I think if we can take one hit, our double edge should be fine. Oh, we're even faster, so maybe we'll be fine. Kadabra, terrible defense. It's not bad. I think we'll be okay. Ah, Kinesis. That also lowers accuracy. So
That
don't
head is
love
really
that.
rocking back. What's wrong with person's legs too?
Let's try one more double edge. See if we hit it. If we miss it, we can always switch over. Nice. All right. One more to go. We should be okay against whatever else they got. Pid. All right. We are fine. We'll try Thunderbolt. We'll see if we can not miss. Hey.
Oh, come on.
And a sand. Man, this person sucks. This person doesn't want to have a good time. They just want to piss you off.
Yeah.
All right, we'll switch to Hitmonchan. We'll let Hitmonchan get the final blow here.
We have an expression in my gaming group that is "Don't let him play with his friends," which it originated from PUBG, where it was like, no matter what happens, kill one of them on the other team. So you don't let him play with his friends.
Yeah, that's respectable.
And now that we're playing WoW, it's whenever we see Horde, kill one of them. Doesn't matter if they have a res, if if the cemetery is close by and they can run. Don't let them play with their friends. Just for a minute.
Just because you want to ruin somebody's day? Is that the
Yeah.
point? Okay. Because there is like a real strategic point to that too. You know, in like a Fire Emblem game, if you take out an enemy, that is one fewer attack that they have.
Yeah, I feel like in a
to do
multiplayer
against
game, it's not about strategy. It's more about
I
fucking
mean,
someone's
if you
day
take
up.
out if you take out
Especially in
one
WoW.
character, if you're playing like an Overwatch 6-on-6 or something, you don't think it's easier to do 6-on-5
100%.
than it is?
But what I'm saying
6-on-6?
is, in scenarios where you yourself are going to lose the battle, take someone down with you.
I see.
All right, Swimmer. Swimmer's got a
Yeah, he's got a
fairy and
couple
Meowth
options here.
Okay.
I think this is maybe where we take our Farfetch'd. I don't know if we
Sure.
lead with it, but we can take it. Let's lead with Gloom. We haven't used Gloom yet. Gloom should be fine.
Nah,
Farfetch, kind of specifically for that Mankey.
Okay.
And then probably just as like a safe one, let's take Electabuzz to clean anything up.
Here's the third trainer battle with only the gym leader left after this. What kind of
Hello.
battle can we expect
Big
to
eyes.
see?
Big eyes on Gloom.
Nightmare.
You were looking at your phone. You know?
I was looking at my phone
Yeah, you didn't see it. They were big.
when it came out. I'm more
Oh,
like
there
shocked
it
by
is.
that.
Oh,
There it is,
you
yeah.
missed it again. You're still looking at your phone, Pierce. Come on, man.
I had to look at my phone for a second. I haven't looked at it for the last hour while we're looking at this very boring game.
Damn, man.
This is my review of Pokemon Stadium. Too simple. I'm here
It's-
because Chase is fun to talk to and I like Pokemon.
It's from 1999.
They're
You
complex
were
games
also
that came
pretty
out.
simple in 1999.
That's true, I was. 3rd grade.
You were in 3rd grade?
I think we were both in 3rd grade in 1999.
I think I was in 4th grade.
There, it's a hit.
Are you an 89 baby?
Yes.
Both Pokemon appear
But you were
equally fit.
but you were class of 08.
There's
Yeah.
nothing
Were you held back?
can do now.
No.
You can
It's
tell
October of
me if you were.
'89, so it's a late
It w-
'89, I guess.
That secret would just stay between me and the
What's that?
single-digit number of people that are going to watch this Let's Play.
Man, you really don't want to come back on again. You don't want to be invited back. Oh, man.
I think these are always fun. I like protesting.
They're
That's
always
my
fun, except they're boring.
I think this game.
There's a difference in the number
I think like this isn't a review, but I do think this game is boring. This is not something I would play by myself. However,
Sure.
I like playing this in this environment.
I'm impressed that they were able to put enough single player content in here. But yeah, you're right. And I mean those were the reviews of the day too. That might even be
Were they
fun
really?
to go and read some old reviews.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. It was people going like, oh hey, the animations on this are really cool. It's great to see the Pokemon that you've used in your Game Boy game and see them come to life and be in 3D. Isn't that awesome? But also, this isn't a game you really play by yourself. It's a game where you use your friends and you play together and you see who battles the best. It's a way to go and play your Pokemon, your copy of Pokemon on the Doduo Game Boy or the Dodrio Game Boy and play it at 2 or 3 times speed, so you can get that little bonus in there. It's a mini game thing with all the kids.
Yeah, you're right. It's much more than just this what we're doing.
Yeah. But I am impressed that they put this in here. At the time, you're like, yeah, when I want a Pokemon game on my Nintendo 64, I want to walk around. I want an RPG where I'm going to towns and catching Pokemon and stuff. And you're not doing that in this game, but there is something cool about the strategy that they put in here. And I think playing with the rental Pokemon and having that additional level of challenge has been a really fun time for me, just to think about different ways of playing this game.
Okay, there's value outside of it. I'm listening to you, but I'm also skimming through this IGN review from 2000.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're about to fight Misty. I think we can lead with Electabuzz. We can take Gloom, and let's take Persian as well with that Thunderbolt. And why don't you regale us with some of that review? Why don't you read some passages while we're playing?
They're happy with so this is like from an era of reviews that they broke games down into like sections, graphics, sound. Mm-hmm. What's this other section? Is it gameplay?
Replayability.
Features. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, no, Pokemon Stadium is not much of a standalone game. If you don't own Pokemon for the Game Boy, it doesn't make sense to invest $60 to play a game that shows its best features only when a Game Boy cartridge is plugged into your N64. They hated the sound.
Yeah, the announcer does get pretty repetitive.
The battles themselves are only as exciting as your Pokemon. Yeah. Super easy. They like the graphics.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And the minigames.
I would not say it's super easy. I would say there's a lot of fights where it is super easy. There's some fights where it's straight up, holy shit, this is hard.
This was originally written by Pierre Schneider, who was one of IGN Entertainment's founders.
Nice.
Anyway.
I don't think we get continues here. I didn't see one. This Blastoise has Dig, which is bad. That's bad for us. Oh, actually, never mind. Gloom, I guess, is taking it like a champ.
Yeah.
I was worried we really should have brought that Farfetch'd, but I guess we're okay.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see the
you
eyes.
You saw what IGN gave those graphics. That's something right there.
I'm down with the polygons. Are you down with the polygons? Do you want to see more modern games made in this art style?
Kinda, yeah. And we've seen so many pixel art games.
Yeah.
Which
is great. I can look at pixel art all day long.
Absolutely. Most of my favorite games are pixel art, both current and old. And there was some. I mean, there are starting to be games that are using kind of that low poly. That, hey, let's make a game that looks like Star Fox for the Super Nintendo. Sure. Let's make a game that looks like early PS1 games or even Nintendo 64 games. I think when you go back and play some N64 games, you see some of these things and you go, man, these games look ugly.
Yeah.
The draw distance on some of these games are fucking terrible. But I still think there's... I kind of like this lower poly look of some of these things. I think that Electabuzz looks really good.
Yeah, I sort of... Even the backgrounds aren't that bad. Like how that gem on that pedestal is kind of glinting is cool. I think with a trained artist in this day and age, they'll know better what to emphasize and what to de-emphasize. Whereas, I mean, I'm speaking to the choir here, but everything here was the mother of invention, right? Necessity is the mother of all invention. And so everything here was them trying to figure out how to render these environments in a believable way with the tech they have.
And like a lot of this stuff looks really jaggy when you get up close, but I think you could do really high res, but really low poly. And
sure, yeah, that's true.
Pretty darn
that's
cool.
true.
In a similar way to, you know, I guess it's kind of similar for both this and pixel-based games, but you know, we were playing these games on CRTs back in the day,
right?
Which smoothed out these jagged edges or smoothed the pixel art. You know, there's even places that talk about. I've seen blogs and articles where people have discussed how the pixel art was built in such a way that it knew it would be kind of dithered by the CRT to blend it. So when you see the raw pixels, it doesn't make as much sense, but it actually makes more sense when you do have that kind of gloss that goes over it that you get from a CRT. But knowing that we are living in the world of, you know, LCD televisions and high-res screens, yeah, I think you could absolutely make some higher res stuff, and it could look really cool. All right, that was 2 gyms down. If these things are all 4 fights, that's awesome. I think that'd be great. I could do 2 of these per episode, assuming that I don't lose. Who knows? Maybe I'll lose one of these, and then we'll see what happens if and when Mewtwo shows up. But that's solid. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I dunked on Pokemon Stadium. I wasn't dunking on you.
You're not sorry. That's okay.
No, I spoke from my heart. I'm not actually.
Pierce, do you remember which minigame we played?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think you did. I don't remember either. I know I did Rock Harden on the last one, and this might have been the one that we did.
Let's do the Lickitung one. That's the sushi one.
Sure. The Lickitung one is the best minigame in this game.
Sweet.
So good. Yeah, we're just going around eating sushi, you know. One of my favorite things
I want to be, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're playing against computers, that's right.
Yep.
So you're just not going to move at all?
Nobody's giving me a reason to.
Can they there's like sort of like a friendly fire situation where they can push you out of the way?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But you're looking for the high dollar ones. And so far...
Yeah, there you go. Get that nigiri.
I've only seen one of the $1,000 ones.
Oh, get that.
No, come on.
No.
Yeah, fuck you.
That was generous. How that just hitbox on that sushi was pretty wild.
Oh, I want the orange. Yes, got it. Nice. I think we're doing just fine here. Give me that. Oh,
party games really were all the rage at this point in time. You had Crash Bash, the first one that everyone thinks of. Yeah, congrats.
That's the first one everyone thinks of?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mario Party
I've never
second.
played Crash Bash. I I didn't own a PS1 growing up, so I missed out on a lot of that stuff. I did play the original Crash Bandicoot because I went over to a friend's place. Trying to remember any other early PS1 games I played. It might just be that. I might have only played a little bit of the first Crash Bandicoot.
That's not even the best one.
I agree. It wasn't until like going to my cousin's place and playing PS2 stuff that I was like, oh wow, this PlayStation might be a real thing. Playing GTA or not Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec.
Yes,
and Dynasty
A-Spec.
Warriors 3.
No one remembers the subtitle. It's A-Spec.
Yeah. Gotta have A-Spec. All right, Pierce. That is it. That is all. This is fun. I like hanging out with some friends and playing some Pokemon.
Same here.
And feeling pretty good about how the rest of the series is going to go. And then we'll have to see what happens. I would definitely like to play Pokemon Stadium 2. I don't think I would do it back to back with this. I think I might go and find something else to play. Maybe something not Pokemon. Actually, when you mentioned the card game, I really do like the card game for the Game Boy Color.
Wrap it up, Chase.
Good game. Yeah, you're right. That's it. That's the Stadium Brats episode, probably 12.
Sure, maybe.
Probably. If you like watching stuff about Pokemon, former guest on this, or not former, a previous guest on this show, Johnny Amazich and I did a Nuzlocke, or a Newslock, as some might say.
Thank you.
Of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond.
Depends on which side of the Mississippi you grew up on.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We both grew up on the same side, though, right?
No, man. I grew up east of the Mississippi River.
Is that where? God, Michigan's such a weird state. It's too far east and it's too far north. Nobody knows anything about it. They split it up into two parts. Like that's
wrap it up,
up.
Jace.
Fucked up. I recently had to learn what that meant of like having like a split state like that.
The Upper Peninsula.
Yeah, well, I know it's the Upper Peninsula, but there's like a statement for like countries or states or areas that are separated completely by water, but are still part of a single whole. I don't remember what the name. It's like X. Fuck it. Never mind.
Okay.
We're finishing this. Yeah. There's a word for it though.
Okay. Finish.
All right. That's it. God. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.